Hello, everybody. It's Johnny DriveBYE here, and today I have Fey the Wonder Lady. How are you doing, Fey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just great. Well, I just took a nap as I told you just before, but I'm doing all right. I don't know where I'm at right now, but
No, no. Did you find yourself mysteriously at your computer, like
I
setting this up? Like, hmm.
I woke up and went, "Oh, look, the Wonder Lady sent me a DM." Oh, I'm late. I'm late to getting on air with her.
I wasn't sure if you were going to um contact me or like be like, oh wait, even though it's early, she's not there. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden, it's like I woke up and oh, uh, I'm awake now. But well, here we are. And then Brian Stevens shows up in the audience. Hi, Brian. How you
Oh, hi
doing?
Brian.
Too busy to chat a lot, but I'm listening. uh,
But Brian, we need your brains.
we're actually. What's your opinion? Which one of us is more boring? We're having a contest here to see which one is going to be the most boring.
Yeah, like, am I duller than he is, or is he duller than I am? I don't know. Should I drone on about feminism and really bore everyone to death?
You can. I kind of
Uh,
I put your feminism thing up
oh,
in the
thank
thing.
you so
Except
much.
I crossed it out and said men equality respect the Wonder Lady over
I
there.
feel so bad. Um, Although Simon was a real good sport on the last one, because usually nameless guy who is supposed to be the nameless guy, he he couldn't make it. So GI stepped in last minute, and I think he did a really good job.
Ah, the nameless guy. I don't even know who that is.
Nobody knows who the nameless guy is.
I, probably because he's nameless.
Well, yeah, I can never remember his name, so.
Transcends transcends names.
Oh, yeah. Really good sport, though. Really good sport. Like the first time we were on, um, I thought I broke chess because he went to interrupt me and I would make a point, and I was just like, you sound angry. And then Jess lost it. She was laughing so hard. And I'm going, no, no, because her laughter is so infectious. Have you noticed that? She's just
Yes, yes.
burst of bubbly. And like, there's no way you can't laugh along with her. She's got that quality. And I'm
Yeah,
just like, oh my goodness, oh my gracious.
I have to say I have noticed that about her.
Yeah, it's what I love the most about her actually.
Oh, she's great.
Oh yeah,
Not too shy
definitely.
either.
No, not shy at all.
Yeah, a little bit opposite of me.
I kind of noticed you're a little shy.
Yeah, a little bit. I used to be really bad when I was a kid. I wouldn't even ask to go to the bathroom, and I'd pee my pants when I was in elementary school. That's how shy I was as a kid.
Oh, I have lots of fellows in my family like that.
I don't anymore though. I ask to go to the bathroom now.
Well, you don't have to because now there's a Stadium Pal. Have you heard of Stadium Pal?
No, I haven't.
It's a bag that you can strap to your calf, and it's got
Ah,
a rubber tube and this like little adhesive like cap that you can place over your penis, and you can pee discreetly into it all day and no one would ever notice. It's Stadium Pal.
all
And
right.
David Sedaris did a wonderful talk about it. He's like, yeah, no one knows you're peeing, except for they do notice the expression on your face changing. And there might be a little bit of smell in the room.
I'm sold. Hey,
I
Caitlin,
know.
Chloe, hi.
Oh, Caitlin's here. Hello. How are you?
I got to get a stadium pal. That they didn't go
And that,
anywhere.
then you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom ever
I
again.
know. So how's
So
the weather
that's
down by
there's
you, by the
that.
way?
Oh, it's we had like maybe 10 minutes of rain for the first time in weeks.
Oof.
I
Yeah.
really want the rain to get here before like camping season starts because you know how people like invade my area and they say, "Oh, we're camping," and "Oh, we're gonna light a forest fire." I mean, a campfire. You know what I mean? It's like 26 acres later.
I was. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, you should have had some coffee.
Oh, that's too late in the day for coffee. I don't sleep enough the way it is. So
Why?
why? I don't know. I've always been someone that would. Ever since I was a little kid, watching. I remember watching. Staying up really late at night on the weekends to watch kung fu theater. Ever since then, I haven't been able to sleep until then. By the time morning comes around, then it's hard to sleep after the sun comes out. And I don't know. It's
Okay,
always been that way.
Kung Fu Theater. You mean like? Are you also a Jackie Chan fan?
I am.
I love him.
He's awesome.
He's one of my favorites. But who were your favorites?
I'd say that
Okay.
anything with the Shaw brothers is always good to me. I always love the Shaw brothers movies and Jackie Chan for sure. I mean, all of them.
Oh yeah. Well, I what I like about Jackie is you get a little bit of the serious and a little bit of the silly. Like even his uh was it Drunken Monkey Buck uh Drunken Fist.
Drunken Boxer or something like that. The Legend of Drunken Boxer.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I think the first time that I seen a or knew that because Jackie Chan was in Shaw Brother movies too, I believe. Because he started out that way and then he did his own thing. But
Oh, he did all kinds of things.
yeah, but I remember I think it was Rumble in the Bronx. I think it was the first one that I saw of his
I remember that one.
when I was a kid, and just him taking sawhorses and spinning them around and fighting. And, yeah, I was like, wow, yeah,
He's amazing.
just an acrobatic artist. I mean, it's yeah.
I think it's funny that no insurance company will cover him.
Well, I think he had a broken bone in every single movie that at the end of every movie that he did. So
I don't think there's a bone in his body he hasn't broken, except for maybe his eardrum, but I don't know.
probably Evil Knievel beat him on it, and that's about it.
I don't think I'll compete. I don't
that's,
think I'll
that's
compete.
no. We'll stay on our competition to be the most boring.
Hmm.
That's
I'm all about that.
I,
Bring on the
I,
boring.
I,
Woo!
yay! Oh man,
Brian says, I sleep 4 hours a day.
that,
Hell, with a regular 8 hours, it makes you tired.
that's kind of me too. It seems like regular sleep doesn't work for me. I'm one of them that does those little quick naps or whatever here and there once in a while, and then that's enough for me.
And he says, my favorite is the obscure. Who am I?
Who am I? Oh, that was his. Yeah, he lost his memory or something like that. I think it was.
I think so. I can never remember titles, so.
Yeah, names and titles. But if I saw a little clip of it, it'd be like, oh, I remember that.
Well, occasionally, about once a year, I go on a Jackie Chan YouTube binge where I do nothing but watch Jackie Chan interviews, videos, video clips, stunts, blah, 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 for about maybe a weekend. And then I get my fix and I'm good.
Yeah, for movies, I won't watch a movie or any kind of series or anything like that. But I think actually the first time that I got on YouTube, the first thing I did was watch all the old kung fu movies or whatever the
Well,
B
they're
kung fu movies.
brilliant, really.
And I think I spent like 2 days just watching those on YouTube. That's When I first used YouTube years ago.
I was watching them choreograph a fight, and it's just really interesting how much work goes into them.
I remember, and Jackie Chan, he also has this. What you do is you do a far away shot with somebody getting a punch, and then you do a close up, but you rewind that punch a little bit, and then you have a close up of it, and it makes it look more powerful. It gives you that boom kind of feel or whatever that you get. Uh,
Hmm.
there's a technique on the way they did that, and he says the Western cameras, they don't do that. Or directors, they don't use that technique.
No.
It does make a difference on how, because they look powerful when they throw their punches on there.
Jackie Chan is 64. He looks really good for his age.
64, yeah, I'd say.
He doesn't realize this, but he's my he's kind of like a big idol for me. I know a
Oh,
lot of people have different idols, but I've always admired that he could keep his sense of humor and sense of fun and yet be as practiced and exact. Like, you have to be a perfectionist to do that kind of thing. But he's not a jerk. He's a great guy.
yeah. My brother almost got to work on a movie with him.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I almost said, I can't remember what. I think it was with the tuxedo, or I think it was that one. But my brother ended up going over to Malta and working there instead in the Steven Spielberg movie they did there, with people that went out to assassinate people, the Jewish people that wanted to assassinate the. I can't remember what it was. That they
Oh, no.
those Olympians got assassinated or something like that way back when, and they were all. That was in Malta when the Olympics was there. Oh man, my memory is so bad today. Of course, I just woke up, so
I was going to say, you haven't really fully rebooted yet.
yeah, that might not even happen today anymore.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, it helps me to win the boring contest.
Well, I do try. Well, it's funny because my sister and I, we have we have our life goals, and before she got married, she was just like blah blah blah. Let's be as boring as possible, and I'm like, right on. Let's be boring, because it just seems like people who have really full lives also have really a lot of like unnecessary. I don't want to call it drama because I think that's being disrespectful. So I'm just gonna call it stress.
That's probably a good drama.
Drama is still somebody's problem, though. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm anti-drama. I don't have it much in my life, and I try to avoid other people's drama.
Oh, it just never seems to end.
No, not if you let it perpetuate somehow.
Well, and then my other sister got a squirrel,
A
and
squirrel.
that was our drama for a while because we wanted to see as many squirrel videos as we could. And
Now
she
that you
got
can
him
call
a
stress.
she got him a pumpkin, and it was like he was pole dancing on the stem because he'd spin around and then he'd roll on the ground like an acrobat. And then he'd pop up and jump, and it was just like, look at him go! He was great.
Uh,
But they built a squirrel house, and now he lives outside. I mean, it's not like caged or anything. He can come and go as he pleases, but he's still in the yard. He was a rescue.
a,
He was a
res-
rescue squirrel.
a rescue squirrel? Do they even have
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and that's how boring I am. My family rescues squirrels. Yep. Yep. Something that most people think of as rodents. Like totally unnecessary creature, but I love squirrels.
You got me there. Well, I don't know what I
Uh-huh.
can do. I don't know what I can do to get more points on this game, but
I don't
uh,
know, watch grass grow,
um,
which
well,
is
it
kind of
could.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could maybe wait for the wind to start blowing again. Might work.
Oh, Brian called them tree rats. I like that as much as Trash Panda. Oh, oh. Today is Mrs. Snarky's birthday, so
That's right. Happy birthday, Mrs. Snarky, wherever you are.
everyone's got to remember to send her a happy birthday because she's a very nice person.
I'll have to.
And in 3 days, Lavender Lady will have a birthday. So
Yep.
you have to say happy birthday to her because she's a really nice person.
Happy birthday, Lavender Lady.
Hmm. And at the end of the month, Theo Maki is having a birthday on the same day I am.
Yep,
So
I'm
there.
not having any more anymore. So there.
You're not having birthdays anymore?
No, I'm done. I hit 50, so I'm done.
Oh. I'm going to be 48.
Oh, 48?
Mm-hmm.
You're just a baby.
I know. Oh, hello, deconverted man.
Hey, D man.
Mediocrity. Oh, we have a full people. Lots
They
of
are
people.
yummy. Squirrels are yummy. What?
Oh, there's not much meat on that. That's a waste of energy to cook that.
Yeah,
But I
there's.
hope you eat that raw. Just wait for the roadkill and then yum num num. Okay? Let's be a little bit green about our choices. We want to get it more calories than we oh assume they go into hot dogs.
hmm. A hot dog and squirrel. That's
Made of
weird.
squirrel intestine?
That's weird. Well, the intestines would be for the casings, right?
Yeah, but they'd be tiny little hot
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they?
Hmm.
I don't think you can live off of just squirrel alone anyway. You'd have to eat an apple once in a
I
while.
don't think bunny is very tasty. I'm sorry.
Hey, you can't live off of them. I know that. Moose,
No.
caribou is another one that you actually can't live off of. There's not enough fat in it.
Yeah, I prefer my meat come from more traditional. I'm not much into traditional stuff, but I do like I don't know, moose. No, squirrel. No, no. You know, let my cat eat the squirrel.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Hmm.
Frostbite Falls, Minnesota.
Um, I know that the local taxidermy place, like if I want to get a floor freezer, so I can take them up on the one free bear carcass per family per season.
Huh.
I wouldn't mind some bear meat.
Where did you grow up at then?
Oh,
I remember asking you about your accent one time, and 'cause I
I
hear
was
New
born in
York in there.
California, but I was raised in New Jersey.
Okay, so that's where your accent. I hear your accent once in a while like
Right.
that.
Well, certain keywords will set me off, like dog and
There it is.
and Jersey and yeah, Joey, dog named Joey, and that's all good. But if I get tired, it'll show up more.
Ah.
Uh huh.
So, where were you? How long were you in California then? When you
I was like 6 years old.
so you didn't even really remember California, but
I remember sitting on a barrel cactus, if that helps.
ouch!
Yeah, so there's that.
How can you forget that?
I don't think I don't think anyone can. It took hours to get those spines out.
Which part of California was that at then?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
We moved a bit while we
oh,
were there. We were in like Lake Tahoe area for a while, and we were in Fresno for a
you
while. We were in
an
San
army brat or
Diego for a
something?
while. No, hippies.
Hippies? Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, hippies. The good old fashioned hippies.
Well, that makes total sense then.
Mm, yep. Even went to like one of those tent places in the woods, and I got to paint butterflies all day.
I I can't see anything. I remember watching a PragerU video with what's his name, Jordan Peterson, on there, sitting there talking about the hippies took over the universities now, and I'm like, what would be wrong with that anyway? I
Oh,
just
some of them are obnoxious. Like, okay,
that's true.
like I do a bit of this. Okay, everyone's gonna be like, I don't like her now. Hold on. People are gonna be like, I don't like her, but I'm a little bit of a okay. I'm a little bit of a social justice warrior, ducking
Mhm.
tomatoes now, and I'm a little bit of I'm a lot of a feminist, but I don't think I'm unreasonable. Um, you know, there's a lot of issues that I think we need to work on to straighten out the whole equality thing. Like when um, families go to court for divorces and child custody,
Uh-huh.
courts really need to start looking at men and women as capable parents and not just assume that women should have custody.
Yeah, it is a bit of a jump. I mean, yeah.
That's ridiculous, and it's so sexist to think that women are quote unquote natural caregivers. That's not true.
I know I'm
We
not though.
Oh, neither am I. That's why I don't have any.
Yeah, well, I don't
Hi,
either.
Shane. Oh, I wouldn't want any. They're like obnoxious. Um,
Oh, I love kids. It's just
I
I don't
don't.
want to have any.
I don't like them until they at least can talk. Because
Uh,
then you can say, "Where does it hurt?" Or
yeah,
"Why are you crying?" And you
yeah.
can get a response. The whole like trying to figure out why that thing is crying. No, thank you. I'm
I
just
would run so fast
not.
from somebody that came with a 2-week-old baby and said, "Here, take this for me and take it." Nah, I'm out of here.
Oh, my cousins, every time they have a kid, like even actually in stores and things like that, people always hand me their babies, and it's like, why? And little ones really like me too. I just saw my friend's kid, and she saw me in a parking lot and ran to me, and I'm like, you could have gotten smushed. And she's like, hug me anyway. And I'm like, come here, you filthy thing. So I picked her up. She was covered in so much food and like sticky stuff, and I'm like, "You are a toddler. You're not supposed to do that. Where's your grandmother?" And your grandmother's freaking out, and I'm like, "I've got her. I've got her." She ran to me. It's just like, why does she do that? I'm like, I attract children. It's like people who don't like cats, cats will go to them. People who don't like dogs, dogs love them. I don't like kids, kids love me. It's that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so awkward. It is.
I must just love everybody then and everything. Nobody comes to me.
Aww. Oh, don't say that. Well, you know what? You should learn hate then. Learn to
learn,
hate them.
learn hate. Okay.
Mhm.
Never. I
And
guess I've
then
never tried that.
and then things will be knocking down your door, going, "Oh, pay attention to me."
uh,
Oh, okay, Brian. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I I'm learning editing.
editing
Yeah,
on videos,
from
you mean?
videos. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
learning.
What kind of
I'm
software are
doing
you using?
I'm doing more crying than I am learning, but I am trying.
Oh boy, when I first started doing my channel about a year ago, when I started making videos, I just hated editing, and now I'm starting to kind of like it because I like being able to put certain things in there or whatever and do certain things. It gets easier.
Well, I think I know what I kind of like where I want to put things, but I don't know what I want to put there. You know what I mean? Like people have avatars and now they blink and everything's so complicated and other people have such pretty backgrounds. Like Some people have amazing response videos, and
Yeah.
I'm really bad at debunking, Johnny.
You don't have to be a debunker. You can just call out their bullshit too.
I know, but I've been accused of like being too much like Aaron Ra, but it's kind of like the reason why I was never a believer. I
Mhm.
don't believe in magic.
Yeah, I was raised as an atheist, so it's like
Everyone's like, oh, well, this is the cosmological argument, and this is this argument, and blah, 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 and like this does this, and that negates that, and blah, blah, blah. And I would believe if you could, I was like, you would believe that? You would believe that awful creature is a quote unquote God and a good thing? Like, there's some arguments I'm just like, not too cool with. And I'm really not cool with the whole idea of human sacrifice.
well, that's yeah, I can't think of too many people that would be.
I mean, it's like, here you go. It's like people who offer like Christianity to me. It's like, this is my savior on a stick. Oh, thank you so much. No.
My savior on a stick. That's
Yeah, here's a corpse on a stick. Let's go hit our knees in front of it. No.
who supposedly loves you.
Yeah. This is like, I've become a corpse on a stick just for you. That's how much I love you. We haven't even been introduced, and this is what's like. You couldn't do that plot in a TV series.
No, no, you
You,
couldn't.
you couldn't do that plot with a lot of things, but it's just like, how is that acceptable?
I
But
it
yet
seems
they want this for like little kids and stuff.
well. There's it's like a bloodlust kind of a thing for Christians, if you ask me. Then I mean, really, Ew. That's why I never could figure out. And I yeah,
Oh, and they pretend to drink his blood and eat his flesh. Ew.
I know it's
Ew.
yeah. I don't get that.
It's like,
Well, I suppose that's mainly the Catholics. I guess it is all of them, isn't
yeah, well, the Christian ones, yeah, they're like really into this whole like, let's role play cannibalism. Well,
it?
it's not really cannibalism because they're wafers and wine. It's symbolic, and we pretend that magic turns it into like the actual thing. That means in your head you are participating in cannibalism.
Well, to me, it's basically they're using the symbolism as back in when they did have sacrifice and probably ate the leader of the group or whatever because they expected to inherit their powers or whatever or their whatever magic they had thought they had.
There are very few body fluids that it is okay to either spit or swallow, if you know what I mean.
Uh huh.
Blood is not one of them.
That's definitely off of my list. That's for sure.
This is like, no, that whole murderous thing. And I'm sorry if anyone is listening who is or ever was part of the Muslim religion or Islam or whatever you want to call it, but no, no, horses don't fly to moons. Thank you. I'm sorry if that like offends anybody. If you don't like that, feel free to rage at me. Not Johnny Drive By, rage at me.
Oh, you can rage at me. I'm with you on that one.
Mhm. And with the Jews, it's the same thing. It's like Moses didn't do any of that. Okay, and blood on a doorstep or on the door, Passover thing, that whole Passover thing, it's kind of brutal and disgusting.
Millions of refugees wandering through the desert for 40 years, not leaving a trace. Right.
Mm. And,
Right.
and Moses writing "Thou shalt not kill" on the second thing of Ten Commandments he brought down from the mountains, because the first time he ended up killing people
Yeah.
because he saw that golden calf and lost his ever collective shit over it. So there's that. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. I shouldn't. It's your
I don't
channel.
care.
Okay.
Curse all you want.
Thank you.
Got to do it with your Jersey accent, though.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're into that kind of thing.
I'm way into that.
Yay! Yeah, well, it's funny too, because I was talking to a friend of mine one time and I got really tired. So it came out. And someone else I knew, he thought I was putting it on, and I guess maybe it was a little extreme because I was really tired. It's back when I used to play MMOs, and he's like, "Oh, I hate that accent," and I went, "Oh, thanks."
Oh,
So
wow.
I've been working on trying to kill it for years, but it just comes in every now and again.
I could listen to that accent all night long.
Yay!
Like it, like I said, I like the gumshoe days or whatever, the private eye movies, and stuff like that. That's what I always think of. I love the way they talk back then.
Well, Frank Sinatra was from Jersey, right?
I remember that. Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah. He was one of our people. But
So easy.
it's a great state.
I've never been out.
Not all of it. Some of it.
The
Not
only
all of it.
the only place I've been to on the East Coast is to Washington D.C. I went out there one time for something or another. I think it was a vending machine show that me and my brother drove all the way out there to. That's the only place that I've been to
Ah,
on the West Coast or on the East Coast. But other than that, I've been everywhere.
oh, that's cool though. DC is pretty in when the cherry blossoms are in bloom.
It's pretty interesting. The town is set up so strange. The if you're used to your squares and you're in a city, DC is not the place to go if you don't have a map.
It kind of makes sense if you're a local and have lived there for about 20 years.
Yeah, but they all got all those diagonals going northeast and southwest, and
Yeah. Well, you have to remember it actually was a swamp at one time.
yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
I think they made it around all the monuments or something like that. Is what they kind of how they designed it.
Well, they picked the least popular place to put the capital, and they worked on it slowly,
You don't even have a representative if you're in the District of Columbia.
which is kind of strange.
It is.
But the way I look at it, I don't have a representative anyway. They're
Yeah.
not listening to us.
No, no, they're not.
That's kind of
They're
what
listening to the money.
that's kind of what bothers me though. It's like I believe in voting with your dollars. If I don't like a certain actor or actress, I won't go see their movies.
Hmm.
And if I don't like how a company is behaving, like I will never buy anything from Hobby Lobby.
But here's the problem with it. Those companies, there's only like 5 people that have more money than half of us in the world, almost. So
Right.
so how can you can't compete with that? Every one of us could agree to try and go against them, but you can't spend that much money. We don't have to give up all our money to fight 2 or 3 guys. And I don't have any money to give up anyway. So.
Well, I don't think they own everything.
Well, half.
They just own the big ones.
Yeah.
And I know there's no way to get around like how much pharmaceuticals cost, but we went through something similar in history with oh, what's his name? The oil tycoon who basically
Rockefeller.
was it Rockefeller or was it Carnegie?
Uh, Carnegie was the steel guy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Rockefeller was the oil baron.
okay. Yeah, had issues with him.
Oh,
And eventually they settled things down, but it is up to the government to break monopolies, not encourage them. But the
well,
Supreme Court has given companies like more rights than the average citizen.
the reason that we have rules and regulations is so that rich people can't totally. We don't want royalty anymore. We didn't want. That's what our country's about. We don't want royalty. We
Yeah, unfortunately, those values have gone out the window. I think in the last 150 years.
Yeah. J.P. Morgan was probably the worst out of all of them, out of all the barons, because the banking industry right now, you're not even all you got is people just a computer system exchanging numbers with each other. There's no monetary system in there. It's just,
No.
I mean, yeah,
Although I do love stories about them. I love stories about J.P. Morgan and Andrew Carnegie and Rockefeller and all them. They're
yeah.
very interesting.
It was a different time, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, wow.
I don't think they really,
It must have been a very exciting time to be alive.
yeah. I don't think they ever. I don't think they were as powerful as some of the world. They had less money worldwide compared. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk to that because I'm not sure. I'm just yapping out of there and asserting things.
Well, no one, I don't know who has more money than the Catholic Church.
That's yeah. You're probably right there.
Between assets and actual cash? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, they've had a lot of years to plunder.
It is what happened to the Roman Empire. They put on a funny hat and started blessing things. It worked out for them. Now they have money and a fake little army that I think they get from Switzerland. The Swiss Guard
The Swiss
that wear
guard.
the orange and blue
Yeah,
outfits
yeah.
and stuff like that at the Vatican, and they've got their old little song and dance and their little like burlesque show or whatever. The Pope rides in his little bulletproof tractor and everything's good.
Well, it's kind of funny in my town here. The bishop's house that they had here or wherever. All of a sudden they had that bankrupt thing going on, and then all of a sudden the bishop's old house got torn down, and then a new one went up right after that. And I can't remember what the bankruptcy thing was all about, but it was probably when that trouble first started. It's like, yeah, no, that's that's a little bit of money. In this little hick town here, you're gonna redo something. I mean, multi-million-dollar building. It's like, geez,
That's crazy. But it's not really his house.
well,
Catholic Church's house.
oh yeah. So there, it's okay then.
Yeah, I don't really understand the whole tax break thing for like
It just shouldn't be.
religious things. I don't get that.
It just shouldn't be. I mean, yeah. But what constitutes a religion anyway?
I could see giving a university a tax exemption.
Yeah, there you go.
Like let buildings of learning and things like that get a tax break and promote the Smithsonian and things like that. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. I don't know what they get tax breaks. Like I don't know. I know some nonprofits do, but I don't think like the Salvation Army deserves it because they use it for lobbying.
Definitely, corporations shouldn't get a tax break like they do.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have some really strange laws for companies. I was listening to one of the great courses, and they were going through like corporate law, and I was ready to pull my hair out within the first 5 minutes because it just seems so unbalanced and so unfair.
Yeah. Well, most of the laws now are made by corporations because they can lobby Congress and all that.
Well,
Uh,
the world would be in a lot of trouble if I was in charge because I don't have like sensibility when it comes to that. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying I would make like everything illegal or anything like that, but I'd probably get rid of a lot of laws because
I'm
people confuse morality with legal all the time.
yeah. You're right there. I guess I'm a libertarian up to this some certain points on the laws where anything that's arbitrary, I kind of like. We should probably not think of that as being illegal, you know.
Right. That doesn't mean it's not immoral.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's moral or immoral. It's something that you can use just because of who you are against a person. That any law like that, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be a law legal.
my, my friend did something awful. And I was like, that is awful. You shouldn't behave that way. And she goes, well, it's legal. And I said, that doesn't mean I can't socially shun you for that crap just
Yeah.
because it's legal. I mean, what on earth are you talking about? And she just looked at me shocked. And she's the Christian. And I'm going, what is wrong with you? That is so messed up. But what do I know? I'm just the atheist. I don't know morality, right?
Well, it's subjective.
I guess.
It kind of is. I don't know. That's it seems like Christians trying to get into that argument too much or whatever. Try to say that things are objective, and I
I don't
mean,
think they really know what they're talking about. I
I
don't
don't
think
either.
most people, like, regardless of religion or whatever, background, creed, whatever you want to call it, I don't think they really know what they're talking about. I don't even know if I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've well look at Stephanie. She's always yapping on about you know
I think
trying to
she has
justify.
health issues.
I think so too, but I mean, it seems to be commonplace when it comes to the Christian world that they're especially the apologetic world or whatever, where they're trying to justify immoral things, you know, that I'd consider immoral anyway. You know,
Oh,
like
she can make excuses for anything, but she has these episodes that knock her to her knees and she sees colors of God. So, I mean, what? Does she have a brain tumor?
it's
Didn't
very
she get
possible.
herself to a hospital?
See, that's the thing that she won't accept uh, an explanation that is simple as that it could be your mind, you know,
Chemical
being in
imbalance,
chemical
something is wrong.
she I don't think she'd ever accept something like that. She because she defends herself before she even has a conversation with you, she'll be sitting there defending it already and putting up a defense. So that's
Right, but the evil atheist really couldn't care if she is fine or not. But
mhm.
I have this issue. I don't like people to die or suffer, whether I like them or not.
I have a hard time with that too. I mean, it'd have to be a pretty awful person for me to want them to die.
I think the worst thing you can do is make them be bored for the rest of their life. Like, really, I think Ted Bundy should be still rotting in a jail cell. I think that was the worst thing we could have done to Charlie Manson. Let them live
Yeah.
bored without victims, just bored.
Yep.
You know, not
Yeah.
necessarily solitary confinement either. Just you are a regular thing and you are boring and you are bored.
Yeah. It kind of take the wind out of their sails, basically.
Yeah, I especially if someone needs like that kind of thrill, just
Yeah.
like
That adrenaline.
letting them go and escape. 'Cause I don't believe in hell, so nothing really happened to them except for they died. Boy, that's a shame.
They're not feeling nothing.
They're not feeling anything, they're not thinking anymore. They can't possibly like measure the penalty for what they've done
No.
because, well, Charlie Manson at least died of old age. The last thing I think he said was, I'm sorry.
He did say that?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. Huh. Did he mean it?
So, probably. I mean, think of everything he missed. He didn't get to experience the internet. He didn't
Yeah.
get to experience so much of what we've gone through. He's been locked up, unable to participate.
Yeah. He wasted his life.
And
Had
before he went into jail the last time, he had been in jail before that too.
mm-hmm.
So he spent most of his life behind bars,
That's right.
not participating.
He spent a lot of time, his youth and teenage days in jail, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you think of such a colossal waste? And he lived to a nice old age too. So he got to be properly, properly bored.
Oh yeah.
Good for him. And
Yeah.
good for us for not killing him so that he could be irrelevant in society. Like he wanted to be a musician. I've listened to some of his music. He had potential.
Uh huh.
Did he have to go killing people to go make a point?
Oh, let's put it
No.
this way. He did say he's sorry at the end too, so you got him to reflect on his what he did for
Yeah,
you.
just kind of a shame. Even someone as sick and twisted and I I hate the waste of life. I don't know why he had to do what he did. And I've been reading about him lately too.
I suppose he kind of got in the news because he did die just recently. I just never understood. He just had a hate towards the couple of the actors and actresses or whatever, wasn't it?
No, he wanted to do a record deal and he got turned down.
Oh, that's where I don't remember. Wow.
But he wanted to be bigger than the Beatles.
Uh, he, he never got that far.
No.
Oh, in a different sense, he did.
That and the whole race war thing, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of more of a waste of like energy than doing what he did. But I think he started to buy his own hype.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many of us do that though?
Well, he was always so defiant every time at his parole hearings or whatever. I mean, he probably knew that he wasn't going to get out anyway, but he'd always have something to say.
He tried.
Yeah.
He tried, but mm,
He
nah.
probably thought he was being profound or having his mic drop moments or whatever you want to call it. And everybody's like, yeah, whatever, Charlie. Back in yourself.
Yeah, sorry, Charlie. I can't help but think of Charlie's Angels as Charlie Manson and his girls.
Well, a little bit, yeah. I think that, yeah, we're both the same age, so yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, cringe. Cringe time.
How about HR Puffin Snuff?
Oh boy, I remember those.
the, wasn't there a little flute in there? And then
That was absolutely crazy.
HR Puffin. Oh, that
And
he
then
sounded
again,
like
I
Roy
grew up
Clark.
listening to things like Jethro Tull.
Was it?
Jethro Tull. No,
Oh.
no, but I used to listen to a lot of quote unquote like hippie music. you know.
I just remember I slightly remember HR Puffin stuff because I was probably like 5 years old, 4 years old when that was on, and but the little flute in there, and then a
hmm
giant guy in a suit or a puppet suit or whatever.
I was a yellow dragon with an orange frill,
That's right, and
something like that.
with a Roy, it sounded like Roy Clark talking.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, but it was fun. You can't really look back at that stuff and be like, well, they weren't trying because they were trying. I don't know what they were trying, but they were trying.
There's definitely mushrooms and LSD going on or something on that.
Yeah. And yet it's supposed to be for kids.
Yeah, huh?
Or was it? I can't tell.
Yeah, I'd maybe I suppose some of them episodes would be on YouTube anyway. I probably should look up one of them and see what I saw in it back then, or if I did watch it.
I have to ask, were you a Kiss fan?
I was not. I wasn't.
My cousins were.
I didn't. I got a couple of my friends are big Kiss fans, and I just never seen the appeal to
It was just very strange to me. It was just, but they're guys in makeup. They're not from outer space.
it.
Go along with the role play. I don't want to. They're supposed to be from outer space. They're what?
Yeah, I never. I didn't. Even my cousin, I think, was a Kiss fan, but I just never got into the. I never cared for their music that much. I guess maybe that's what it was. A couple
Mm,
of their songs I liked, but that's about it.
well, that's the universal law of bad bands. They all have, can have one good song.
I've been learning the a song by the Kings. This beat goes on.
Mm,
And I was,
yeah.
but I was, it was just funny because I can't even. I lost train of my thought right there.
But
A complicated song, that's for sure. A lot of parts to it, but it brought
oh,
kind of. I think that was 90 or was it 80 something that song came out.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say 90, 1990 was when it came out. Either 1980 or 1990.
The beat goes on.
Yeah,
I thought it was older than that.
I think it is like 80, 1980.
Now I have to look it up. Is there more than one song called "The Beat Goes On"?
It's the Kings are the band that did it.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
All right,
We don't know.
we don't know. We gotta Google foo it.
1980.
1980. Yeah, I was. Well, I don't know why 90 was in my head, but so I would have been in sixth grade then,
Mm, I would be 10.
fourth grade. I
Really?
think so. Right?
Not sure. Everything, everything from back then is sort of like, yeah, went to school, hated it.
I don't know if I hated school, but I missed a lot of school because I don't know. I must like hanging out in my farm place and running around in the woods playing hooky.
Oh, I didn't play hooky. I was sick a lot.
Yeah, I just I just like being out in the woods alone. I guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
Kind of part of my life even now, but dang it, gotta go and make money once in a while.
Yeah, I know. I don't like money. I wish we
Yeah,
didn't need it.
yeah. I think I think the world is going to get to a point where there will have to be a universal amount of money or living supply for people that otherwise there just isn't going to be enough money to go around for people.
Well, especially with the fact that they're making robots now. There's
It's
so much of the population that's going to be irrelevant.
yep, yep. It's
Or so you have a large bit of the population that goes, "Oh, we can do homeschooling." Really? You're going to be making robots. Okay.
yeah. I don't think so. It's
Maybe one thing if we all had a robot to work for us and maybe we could like have extended education system.
well, the robots don't demand much pay once they're implemented into the workforce.
I know, but they could earn pay for families rather
Well,
than,
that's the whole thing. I mean, there, yeah, there's something's got to give when it comes down to that because there's just going to be too many people that can't
especially with an economy that expects, like, basically we have an economy that is
Keynesian.
what's what I'm thinking. It's reliant on a population that is constantly growing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not gonna work.
No, it's a perpetuating debt. It's a perpetual debt economy, is what it is. It needs debt to survive, and honestly, taxes are what create the debt. I don't know exactly how that works. I'm not.
I'm not an economist, and I'm not
I
even
have
gonna
no
pretend to
idea.
be.
Yeah.
I will tell everyone right now, my education cannot back this shit up.
Shane said perhaps another world war to thin the herd. Well, maybe. I just hope I'm
Or
not part of that
maybe he can
thinning.
just not do the murder route and not have his like eight children each. Maybe some of us could just like skip parenthood altogether because we don't want to,
Well, we did our job, didn't
without the social pressure to like breed, 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 breed.
we?
Oh, maybe practice breeding, but never actually going through with it.
I think that pressure I'd say is more on women for that though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, I've been called an unnatural woman.
It's yeah, you get labeled or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like, and what have you done with your life? Well, I didn't have kids. Oh, so you didn't do anything. Oh, thanks.
I mean, it's changed, but what about 20 years ago? It probably really been.
You get labeled a whole bunch of things, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've been called worse but better. So
I,
been
you know,
called a lot worse, but a lot better. So there.
hey, it works, right?
Yeah,
You just sort of like, I don't get it. Someone else wants you to have kids and blah, 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 but they don't want to pay for it.
exactly. Yeah.
And they're not willing to help. But yet you have to comply. And it's like, no thanks. Can we skip that because you can't take it back? And I
Mm,
don't want to, like, participate in the misery of another person. I'm just too selfish, I think, to do the parenting thing.
yeah, I might have to put myself right there with you on that. Uh, Is it selfish or is it just we're just practical that we realize that
Maybe practical.
because
I'd like to think that because it's a nicer word.
well, selfish to me, selfish would be more if there actually was a child and we just don't want to take care of it, but there isn't a child, so you're really not being selfish, and it's there's no reason to. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
there you have
yeah,
it.
like, can you imagine? It's like you have a kid that's into Justin Bieber and be like, no, 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 no,
If I
we're
had a
not
kid,
doing that. We're gonna listen to the Rolling Stones, okay? It's like you're gonna get into the Rolling Stones now, but I like Justin Bieber. My
you're
friends
gonna
like Justin Bieber. You're gonna look. We're gonna listen to this and we're gonna listen to that, and oh, here's some Pink Floyd.
you're gonna listen to the Magical Mystery Tour now.
Hmm. Hmm. And I'd be a terrible parent
Yeah,
that way. I would be a terrible parent because it'd be like, you're gonna listen to what? I mean, I'm not that much of a music snob, but I definitely like. Okay, I am a music snob, but like, I don't think there's much popular music out now that I actually like, and I know that's a sign of getting old.
I haven't heard. I couldn't even name a band right now that's coming out new lately that I know of. That I don't know their name or whatever. But it is to a point where that's that round circle or whatever where we're getting to the point of just reproduced and regurgitated. And almost all the songs are basically the same chord progressions.
I guess, but I mean, like, I loved Hall and Oates,
Yeah,
but
they've
I think they were underappreciated.
well, did they? I suppose they've had sort of the glammy kind of thing too, whatever. And that they're like a top 40 kind of setup or whatever you want to call it. Like heavy metal music in the 80s, that got to be so glamorized. Yeah.
Oh, what did they? I guess so.
More hairspray than.
More hairspray than talent.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, not every singer can be Freddie Mercury for, you know what I
No,
mean?
no.
I mean, he had a set of pipes on him.
Yeah, I did.
I loved Queen so much,
That was a great
but
band.
I thought Hall and Oates was very good.
They were
But
they were good.
there wasn't. They didn't. Maybe it's because they were like um more talented than they were man whores. I mean, yeah, okay, there's one or two pictures of them in makeup and hairspray, but I think it was more talent than hairspray.
Doesn't Daryl Hall have a show on like something or whatever where he has musicians come to his house and they do a little jam session?
I think so. I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
sure, but
I could have sworn I seen something like that.
I'm not too familiar. I know one of them turned their like house or barn into a bar or something like that. They were doing other things.
Ah, I'd pay the devil to replace her.
What?
That's what Shane said in the chat here. Is that a song?
I think it's a line from a song.
No, Frank Zappa was my favorite because he had a song called "Titties and Beer."
I love Frank Zappa.
He was one of my favorite artists actually. Did you know
I've
that
read a lot of his quotes and some of the things that he's written. He's quite intelligent.
he did 12 he put out 12 albums in one freaking year. I mean
Definitely
that's
not a lazy man.
no, he's I and it was like five albums a year he'd put out. I mean that's crazy. That's crazy insane a lot of music written. Of
Yeah.
course a lot of his
Yeah.
stuff was a little bit out there, but
That's okay though.
yeah, it was fine.
Um I don't know, there we've lost a lot of great ones like Carrie Fisher, Robin Williams,
Yeah, we have.
Prince.
I was
Wasn't a huge fan of Prince, but I did like some of his stuff. But when Bowie died, I was like, oh no,
yeah. I
because
was
I had a thing for Bowie.
he's awesome performer.
Not
I was
only
about
that, but the character of the man himself was very interesting, an interesting study.
I was on a job site about 2 miles away from Paisley Park when Prince died.
Really?
Yeah, drove by there, and there was. I mean, you could see satellite trucks parked all the way down the road as far as your eye could see. It was just everybody's just gathered around there. It was just crazy. That was a big one.
Uh,
That was almost as big as Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson died.
the thing is, when Prince died, I was surprised. When Michael Jackson died, I wasn't.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, because Michael was kind of on the living the razor's edge anyway. I think.
Well, I remember a family member going, "Why do you think he was on pain meds?" And it's like, the man was a dancer. What do you expect? Plus, he once caught on fire. Really? What? Some of the moves he did, I'm surprised he had knees and ankles left at his age.
I don't even. I didn't think I could try to do anything like that anymore.
Jonathan has a point. Prince ruled, but Jackson was nuts. Exactly, honey. Exactly.
Yeah, I can say anything better than that.
No, we really can't. But I mean, I wasn't surprised when Jackson. I was actually surprised he died the way he did.
Yeah,
I thought a fan was gonna go nuts and take him out. To tell you the truth,
yeah,
it's like oh, because like for his court case, I think I remember someone saying to something like they were releasing birds from their like vaginas and things like that.
yeah.
Like Jackson was as crazy as his fan base. You know what I mean? It was just, what did they do?
And he was surrounded by yes men. Everybody was a yes man that surrounded him around all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't have done that.
I remember. I remember right back around 80 when all of a sudden Little Red Corvette came out. That song was on like the music before MTV came around. It was this music channel late at night or whatever on Saturday nights, and Little Red Corvette, and I was like, yeah, what
That
a
was a
cool
great
song. Yeah, yeah, really good song.
song. Prince put out some really good music. I
Yeah,
wasn't eight. I would. There's very few people I'm a fan of, even if I do love their stuff. It's just kind of weird.
yeah, yeah, you got to be a. Yeah, there's got to be two elements there. I think you're not the only one there.
Like Carrie Fisher, I was a fan. I really was a fan. I thought she was cool. I thought she was interesting.
That's right. Jackson and Prince were both Jehovah's Witnesses.
Really?
Yeah, Shane just said that.
I didn't know Prince was, and now I'm disappointed in him.
I do remember that
Shane.
because I remember right after he died, them talking about that or whatever, and yeah,
Oh, I, I, anyone who is or was a Jehovah Witness, I'm sorry to say, but don't approve. But then again, I don't approve of anything where you have to believe in magic.
hmm
You know, I just think Jehovah Witnesses are just a little too cult-like.
they try to. I mean, the films that they put out or the stuff they put out is basically propaganda to teach you how to indoctrinate your children. So
Oh, not only that, but it's like there were there were some Jehovah Witnesses in my neighborhood, and they showed up at my door, and I was a kid, and they were knocking on the door all the time, and I was just like, I'm going to release the dog if you don't go. And I think when I did that, I was 11.
Uh,
But I was home alone, and these creepy people came to my door, and I was ready to let the dog out, if you know what I mean. And I'm going, okay, what do I do? I let the dog out? No, I'm gonna warn them first. They took off. They took off. It's just it. The door-to-door God salesman really just doesn't. I really hate that.
Hi, Chess.
There's my girl. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun.
No, Jonathan Edwards said he loves to debate them on his front porch.
Do you let them inside?
Yeah, that's different, isn't it? You know what? I'd probably do it just to, but I think they kind of back off once they realize what you're gonna do, though.
He said I asked them to stay, and they would run away from me. I I don't know. I used to have Mormons who used to come by too and be like, "Can we shovel your driveway?"
Oh,
No.
this is last year. I'm building the deck at my brother's place in L.A. And these
Hmm.
two Mormon girls came in there. I mean, I'm ready to start clean. I mean, lift a lot of heavy stuff. But these girls were asking me if I'm pretty sure they were Mormons, but they were asking me if they wanted to help. And I was just about ready to say yes and put them to work, but I just didn't have the heart to do it because they wouldn't have kept up.
No, but that's what the Mormon God peddlers do. They come by and they're like, "We can help," and it's like,
Oh, they
no.
would have had no idea what they were in for if they would have been helping me. I would have been preaching to them.
They 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 came to my door. These two young men, and they're in these long wool coats, and it's winter time, and there's snow up to the waist, and they're, "We can help you shovel." And it's like, you people need to go home You're out without hats, you're out without gloves, you're out. It's 19 below. Are you out of your mind? Knocking on strangers' doors? Just, this is not safe. And I'm giving them a lecture on safety. But that's when I'm older and not like 11 years old, home alone with Jehovah Witnesses in creepy suits, by the way,
Yeah.
knocking on my door.
Yeah, that's that's a
They're like
fact.
men in suits and ties in my neighborhood in New Jersey knocking on my door, and I'm ready to release the dog. You know what I mean? And it's like, no. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, Jonathan Edward, what are you up to?
must be
Wow.
must be a delay on mine. I don't get the chat
Oh,
coming
he's
on.
got a channel. I'm gonna subscribe to him.
Oh,
See what's
I
going
think I
on here. Oh, one of his videos say Jesus said humans can live off bread and only bread. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
you have to live off the blood too, isn't
Mm. Another one is Easter, the Pope, and chocolate bunnies.
it?
And another one is tax churches. I think, Jonathan Edward, we will get along just fine. Thank you very much.
Ugh, ugh, I'm still tired. I think I should have
Yeah.
stayed awake.
Oh, no, naps are good.
Yeah,
Naps
I
are
probably
good.
needed it if I fell asleep like that.
I agree with you, Shane. Jesus never existed. He's the same as Merlin
Yeah, I agree with that too.
and Thor. Thor never existed
Yes, he
either.
did. Thor is the greatest.
Loki.
Okay, Loki too.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna have Thor, then I will have Loki.
Gotta have the yang with the yin, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, well, maybe not necessarily.
Yeah, Loki wasn't evil. He was just chaotic.
Is yin and yang evil and good though, or is it just
No,
Shane's avatar is actually that?
no, that whole balance thing I really don't get.
I, I don't think it is a thing, but
hmm Thursday is named after Thor.
is it Thursday? No, it's Tuesday. What's Tuesday named after? I'm going to stay. What?
I know Wednesday is Woden's Day, and Friday is Freya's Day, but Saturday is Saturn's Day, which is not
That's not
a
Norse.
Norse god.
Then Sunday, I don't even know.
Oh, Sunday is Fun Day, Sleep In Day, or at least for some of us.
Uh, oh,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm just stretching.
But
Yeah.
I think maybe like Sunday is actually like the sun's day, and that might actually be a Norse god thing
Yeah, I
because
think.
they had that whole like wolf eating the sun and the moon, and they were
Yeah.
all like in a tizzy over a frost giant who was building their wall, being able to take the sun and the moon, or the greater light and the lesser light, plus be given the hand of the lovely goddess Freya.
Sunday is named after the sun. I would that's would have been my guess actually, but
But Wednesday is definitely Woden, which is Odin.
and Monday is just named after Mun.
Or Moon.
Moon,
The
yeah.
sun and the moon.
Sunday Moon Day.
And then Tuesday, is that Tyr? Is that right, Shane?
Use.
Or is Friday not Freya's day, but is it Freya or is it Frigg's day? Which one is it?
Friar Tuck.
Sunday is named for the sun. Monday's the moon. Is Tuesday Tears Day? Tuesday, Tears Day? Wednesday is Woden's Day. Thursday, of course, is Thor's Day.
And that's my
And
favorite.
Friday is either Freya or Frigg. I can't remember. But I know it's
My,
a god that starts with an F.
I think Odin's wife, Freyr or whatever, right?
No, she wasn't Odin's god.
Say what?
Freya wasn't married to Odin. I think that was Frigg.
Frick, that's what I'm thinking. Frick, yeah, Frick was married to Odin.
But Saturday is Saturn's day, which isn't a Norse god, as far as I know.
Manic Monday, yeah, it was written by Prince.
Which I love that song.
Performed by the Bangles.
I love them. I like their voices.
Susanna Hoff, was that her?
I don't know their names. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. For some reason, I think Susanna Hoff, but Belinda Carlisle, that was
I
the
know
Boogaloo.
one of the Bengals was married to Richard Marx.
Really?
Yeah.
That probably was her then, though.
And I know that the do you know Absolutely Fabulous, that show?
Yep, I've seen it a couple times. I know, didn't
That
really
was
watch it, but
inspired by the band the Bengals.
okay.
Because they would do that. They would fall out of taxis drunk and be like, "Yeah, let's drink, man," and things like that. And Jennifer Saunders, I believe her name is, she was hanging out with them, and she was like, "These ladies are funny," and just took that idea and ran with it.
Frigg's Day.
Yeah, Frigg's Day, which is, I knew it was either Frey's Day or Frigg's Day, but I couldn't remember which F beginning Norse god it
I
was.
would I would have said it would be Odin's wife then, right?
Yeah, yeah. Although I I can't remember his name. But is Tuesday Tuesday?
It is
You know,
Tuesday.
here, who I think lost a hand to Fenris.
Tuesday.
No, I disagree. I think it's Tears Day.
Huh. I wouldn't know.
I mean, they may have changed it or mispronounced it, but I do think it's a Norse god's name.
Well, so which one of us won the boring contest? I think
Mm,
I beat you. I
you
think I
think you
won.
beat me? I don't know. I think I'm dull.
I'm pretty dull. I'm pretty dull.
So, are you all bored now?
Did-
Shane, you talk as if you have some English lit studies behind you, or is this a hobby? Okay, so that is tier. So I was right.
Time for more vodka. I'll hail the vodka god.
Oh, I could go into that.
Vodka's not my drink though. Think of Boybin. That wasn't very Jersey though, was it? Or was it close enough?
Bourbon,
Bourbon.
bourbon.
Yeah, okay.
It's not Joycey. That's what they say.
Jersey. It's
It's not Joycey. It's Jersey.
Jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah, more like Boston would be the Joyzy, right?
Well, some people say Boston, but it's Boston.
Ah,
It depends on what area you're from,
yeah,
really, because
yeah. Language
there's
changes.
I'm not even going to go there, Jonathan, because if I go there, then I dox myself.
Jim Beam, that's my poison.
Hector says, "Hey Johnny, I made the stream. Yay!"
Hey Hector, how you doing?
Hector, we're trying to decide who's more boring, Johnny or myself. So, yeah, you
Put
have
your
to let
votes
us
in.
know. You have to let us know, cause makes I could start reading the phone book or something for you.
I
You
doxed
ain't
myself.
scared. I'm scared, Jonathan.
Ugh. Hector, you got here just in time because I'm probably gonna shut the stream down soon.
Probably, yeah, but it was still cool.
Like,
Happy to be here.
yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on. Even though I wasn't boring enough, I still loved talking to you.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do this again.
Definitely. Um, I think
Oh,
I
maybe
am.
maybe we can just talk about old kung fu movies and stuff.
There we go.
You know what I
We'll
mean?
have to get a topic next time, and then we don't have to go for a contest to see who's more boring.
Oh, we could always talk about my first love, aka Frank Sinatra.
I'll learn a couple of his songs for you.
I love him. I do.
Old Blue Eyes.
Not many people like the Rat Pack, but I thought they were funny.
Yeah, they were good. They're really good.
And Dean was a riot. And my grandmother didn't approve of him because of the drinking and all the sexy jokes and stuff like that.
Uh
And she would go, "Oh, is anyone listening to this?" And we'd be like, "Yeah," and she'd turn it off.
huh.
Because, that's what you do when you're in, you know, my household. You turn off Dean Martin. But Sammy was okay. She liked him.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it is what it is. But I was like, no, don't turn him off. I'm listening. No, we don't like him. No, no, we do like him. And it's that's one of the things you don't like. I like this. No, we like it. We do. We like that. That's
I
part
just
of the
remembered.
things.
I just remember that Jonathan lives pretty close to that Pastor Locke guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember him talking about that a while back.
Wow. I really don't like Pastor Locke.
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, I remember when I first found out about the guy, I was so mad. I'm sitting there going, is there a mail service that I can actually mail him dog shit? You can buy anything else in the world. Can you mail a box of dog shit to be delivered to this guy? Because he's nothing.
Yeah, if you could wrap it up so it doesn't smell, but
Oh, it absolutely horrible human being.
yeah, not much. A little bit morally bankrupt.
Well, I don't see how anyone, and he's got a following. So what kind of people are these people? And if that is what your religion produces, I
Uh,
think you ought to be ashamed.
yeah, nothing but hate mongering and whatever. It's like, I got better things to do than follow crap like that.
Right. But it's something I like to say to people. Do me a favor, write your representative and the government, say every 8 years or so, and let them know what you like. Let them know that you're an atheist. Let them know that you're, for this, against that, blah blah blah, what your goals are. etc., because they're supposed to represent you.
Yeah.
You might as well let them know what you're like
Yeah.
instead of letting them like guess from your search history that they buy off of some weird company.
And on that note, I think that's a good way to end this stream.
Yep,
I think
sounds good to me. I did my social justice warrior thing. Woo!
woohoo.
And it's a good place to leave off.
And thank you everybody for showing up.
Yep.
Johnny Drive By signing out and good night.
Nice.